And then bring one hand to the belly and one hand to your heart so you can feel into that space, the space of the belly, the space deep in your roots, that lotus flower holding the cauldron of your belly. Letting the energy rise on the in-breath, up to the heart, the upper hand. Feel the safe and warm touch of your hand. And then gently pull the belly in, drop the head forward just a little bit, exhale. And just allow that inflow and release to unfold in your body. That you're safe in your space. You're safe in your body. You're safe in your own touch. It is loving and compassionate. Some of us aren't getting a lot of touch these days. And many might be feeling that loss, like that loss of not getting a hug that feels nourishing. So resourcing yourself. On your next in-breath, open your arms, spread them wide. Find your wings. Lift the heart, open the throat, bring your arms and hands back. And as you exhale, bring your hands forward, cross over, and give yourself that hug that maybe you haven't had. And gently release. Bring your palms facing up, down by your sides, earth and sky. On your inhale, coming up. Movement and breath. Palms together. Bring opposites together. Exhale to the heart. Palms together as they press. It's called Anjali Mudra. In breath, coming back up. Turn your palms out. Exhale. Two more times. Gathering the energy, filling out your space. Just let your chin come down to that little hollow in your collarbone. Let your hands rest where they feel most comfortable. Just let your chin slide along the line of the collarbone from side to side. Check in through the back of the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders, the places where you might hold energetic and emotional burdens and heaviness. And then on an inhale, press down into the floor with the pelvic floor and lift up, open the throat. Little cow and cat energy, curve, come forward, exhale. Back and forth 2 more times. Good. And then bring the left arm up and just let it just rest on the top of the head. So the hand just folds over towards that right ear. Let that right shoulder get heavy. Relax the inside of the mouth and just open up that whole right side, down the side of the face, down the side of the neck, into the shoulder, elbow. Let the elbow and hand get heavy. One more breath. And then release the hand, just help the head up. Bring up the right arm. And opposite side. Let that left shoulder, elbow, and hand get heavy. And then release that, help the head up. And then hands on your knees, slowly. We're gonna roll around. That's the whole inside of that lotus flower. Coming up, around, open like a circular cow and cat. Exhale, coming back and around. Follow and be guided by your breath. Inhale carries you forward. Round to the side, and exhale, you squeeze and come back. And open up. Do that 2 more times in this direction. Whenever you come to that second exhale, then curl back in the direction you just came. Inhaling as you come forward, exhale as you come back. So nurture your connection to your roots, planting yourself so that you can be the strongest, most resilient plant, tree, flower, whatever. One more time, inhaling. The most rooted and resilient you. Exhale, back to center. Bring your arms up, interlace your fingers. Stretch up, root your, so pretend that somebody's got their hands pressing down on your hips and then also reaching you up. Unhook your shoulders from your ears. So root your shoulders down into those hips. Your strong, capable hips. Everything flows through. You can anchor yourself no matter what is going on. One more breath. Soften the jaw. And then release. Let the arms come out to the side. Exhale, 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 and down. And then pull up on your knees. Some of them, like mine, might be a little creaky. Oh. Open into a wide angle. Again, we're getting down into our own rootedness. Come as wide as feels comfortable. Again, walk your cheeks back. Root down. Almost like you could shine beams of light out the backs of your knees. They're strong, they're engaged. So if you had roots going down, these are the roots coming out to the side, giving you a wider base from which to flow and move. Let's bring the right arm up. As you exhale, you can lean over that left leg, stretching over. Keep anchoring that right hip. In breath, bend the elbow, rotate, turn up and look up towards the palm of your hand. And exhale, stretch over again. Widen the side body. As you inhale, open the rib cage. In breath, come back up, rotate, look up towards the right. And exhale, stretch. Open, release, pull the belly in. One last time, inhale. Look back a little bit, lift up. Last time, exhale. All the way up, in breath. As you exhale, bring that right arm down, roll through the shoulder. Take a breath, feel the two sides. Anchor that left hip. In breath, up with the left arm. Root the shoulder blade down the back of your body. Root the hip. Exhale. Stretch out with the left leg, even if the left arm is reaching in the opposite direction. In breath, pull up, widen the rib cage, rotate, look back and up towards the left. Exhale, stretch over. Just isolating the two sides of your body. and giving them equal opportunity, in breath coming up, equal opportunity to open, for you to notice which side responds in a certain way. Does one feel tighter, more restricted? Does one side feel open? Let's give that one more for good measure. All the way up. Release through the shoulder. Forward. Again, two imaginary hands, press them down. So feel your mind travel inside your body. Two pins pressing down. Root. And then slowly coming forward. You can rest on your hands. If you've got a block, you can place maybe your elbows on that block. Good. So from here, just lift the elbows up a little bit so your hands are still forward and anchored. Take that right hand and you're going to slide it under and through. And that shoulder, that right shoulder is probably not going to come down towards the floor all the way. You're going to rotate the spine a little bit and just let that right side of your body drop. The right hand's reaching out towards that left foot. Open up the upper back. Give it one more breath. Inhale, coming up. And exhale. In breath. You're going to take that left hand, scoop it through as you exhale. So notice this side. Open up through the back of the shoulder. One more breath. In breath, bring that hand back. Lift up, slowly walk your hands back. Roll through the shoulders. Lift the sternum, lift the heart. Hook on the knees. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. So you're in butterfly. Again, make sure you walk those sit bones, cheeks back. And from the inside of your belly, press the energy out through the insides of the knees. You can hold on to your ankles, thread through your toes, or just press into the knees. Whatever feels good for you right now. Anchor your core. So root that transverse abdominis, this webbing that rolls all the way down around and comes back and winds into the inside surface of the spine. And then gently comes up. This whole pelvic bowl, it is so full and holds so much. See those lotus flowers, base to base, rising up and rooting down. And gently pull back. Lift up the knees. Rotate around so you're coming onto tabletop. Wide fingers, open energy through the palms of your hands. Sway the belly, side to side. Even take it around in a circle, like we were doing when we were seated. Lengthen the arms and hands out and just soften for a moment into melting heart. Again, we're working with both of those places, the deep, energetic, and anchoring, rooted connection of the pelvic floor and the heart space. The heart that feels vulnerable and sometimes sad, sometimes ecstatic. All the range of energies. And letting that be woven and not separate from the wisdom of your belly. The deep Shakti, the feminine wisdom of the belly and the gut. Deepen the exhale, soften. And then on your inhale, walk your hands back, tuck your toes. And as you exhale, lift up the hips and make your way into down dog. And you might want to take a step or half step forward. Rooting back into your thighs. And just dance a little bit here. Roll the spine, maybe play with bending one knee and then the other. Spiraling the body a little bit, maybe even lifting up one arm and opening. Good. Then drop that left knee down. Swing the right foot forward. Low crescent lunge. Lift the heart. And then stretch up the hips. Transition that into a pyramid. We're going to come up and down a couple of times. So stretch up. Root that right thigh bone back. So lift the hips up. Up high. There we go. Use blocks as you need to. And then transition down. So you're just going to be mobile here. Lift the heart. Open the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, pull up and back into your pyramid. One more time. Inhale. Lift the heart. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale. Good. And then drop that left knee down again. Lift up the right arm. Lift the heart. Open the shoulder. And if you want to take that hand all the way back, you're welcome to. Make it parallel to the floor. Just play with that shoulder and the space. Wind through the belly as you anchor the sit bones firmly behind you. One more breath. Good. Then coming forward with the hand there. Lift through the heart. And then step back with the right foot. Feel the right hip. Good. Drop the right knee. Bring the left foot forward. Low crescent lunge. Lift through the heart. Feel the opens energy through the pelvic floor and tuck under and angle that back foot as you come up into your pyramid. I'm going to transition through those two movements. Back onto your toes. Drop the right knee. Inhale, lift the heart as you sink into the spaciousness of the hips. Exhale, pull back. One more time. And back. Good. And then bringing that right knee down, anchor the right hand. You might want it on a block. Lift up, stretch up through that left arm and begin to pull around from the inside of the belly into that left rib cage. The arm can stay up. You can even open this into a bit of a back arch as you lift the heart. And for some of you, the arm might like to continue back towards your back foot, a little more parallel to the floor. Stay with the breath. On an inhale, bring that left arm back. Lift up through the hips. Place that left foot back into your down dog. Root the shoulders all the way into your hips. Good. All right. So I'm going to drop my knees down and I'm going to pivot on my left foot, but pivot on whatever foot's going to knee is going to bring you so you can face the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. So we may not all be on the same side. All right, core here. I think I've done this one in this class, but let's see. So bring everything from the center, from the extremities into the midline energetically. And you're going to bring your hand down, place it. This is a modified side plank, and you're going to lift up the top leg. Stretch and press through the heel. In breath, you're going to bring the upper arm. So for me, it's all the right side that's opening. Lift the heart. Stretch from fingers through the heel. Squeeze. And then exhale. You're going to bring round the spine and bring your head towards the knee. Squeeze. Exhale. In breath, open. Stretch out. Anchor, exhale, squeeze, round, release. One more time. Exhale. Open, bring that foot down and lift up. For me, it's the left arm. Exhale, stretch over. In breath, part way up. Exhale, release. One more time. Exhale, let go. Bring both knees towards each other. In breath up with your arms. And I'm going to spiral right. So flex my wrists. Exhale. You're going to bring one arm forward, one arm back. Twist. Look back towards your back fingers. Palms then turn up. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale. Open and rotate. Fingers reaching up. Strong flexion through the wrists. In breath coming up. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Squeeze. Back through center. Opposite side. You're going to bring, for me, it's my right arm. And left leg's going to extend. Flex. In breath. Left arm stretches up, over. Lift and widen. Exhale, bring it all into the core, into the center. Release and let go. In breath, open. Engage, lengthen. Exhale. And again. Give it away, let it go. Extend, and then bring that foot down. Switch arms, bringing up. Inhale. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, part way up. Exhale, release. And up. And let it go. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, spiral. In breath, come up. Exhale, opposite direction. One more time. And up. And release. Bringing your arms up. Bring your hands all the way forward. Widen your feet. Lift your hips and come into a wide angle straddle forward fold. Drop the head, drop the elbows. Let the spine dangle. Open the back of the neck. Just let the head get heavy. Good. Bring your heels in a little bit, heel toe, until the feet are anchored. Roll the spine up. And keep your knees bent and bring your hands onto the tops of the knees and just sway a little bit from side to side. Lift through the heart. Every exhale has an opportunity to pull in and up on the pelvic floor. Every inhale is that place where we can just open the petals of the lotus flower. Good. All the way up into star. Open your arms. Feel an angle. Lifting up as you root down. Nice bright body. It's radiating light from the inside out. And then bring your palms towards each other as you exhale to the heart. Good. All right, we're going to pivot out on the left heel. You might want to just turn the back foot in just a little bit. If you need blocks for triangles or things like that, make sure you've got those near you. Anchor the belly, anchor the spine all the way in, and dropping down into that left side. Pulling open, roll, spiraled energy of opening on that right side. Good. Lifting to the heart. Actually, that's rolling in. Sorry. Yeah, this one rolls up. This one rolls, spirals in. Lifting up. Finding your point of focus because you're also in a balanced position here. And through the center, where the shoulder blades from each arm, you connect through the center of the back of the spine. Think about how that energy weaves through the back of the heart between above and below. Good, then bring that arm down just to the side of your body. Bend that left knee. Reaching up, over, lift through the heart. Strongly anchor into that back leg. Again, feel the pelvic floor, even when we're spread, even when we open deeper parts of ourselves. Where do we stay anchored? And how do we connect? Breathe, and then pull back. Lift that left arm, stretch it up into reverse warrior. In breath, come forward. And you take something a little bit different. You're going to come forward, angle that back foot just a little bit more deeply. And I'm going to take us into revolving triangle. For me, it's become sort of my pose for this time because it's got so many different attentions that we need to keep track of, and how do we stay centered. So my right arm is down on a block. I'm going to find that a little bit easier. If you want, you don't have to use that. Left leg is straight, and you're going to bring your left hand into the crease of that left hip. And like an elastic band, as you press into the hip, you're going to lengthen the spine and slowly start rotating and opening towards the left. Press into that back leg. Lengthen the spine. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, if you'd like to open that left arm, bring it up. rotating all the way. Staying deeply centered. So bring your internal awareness deep into that lower belly, the lotus flower. As you hold all the branches of your beautiful being, remembering the center. Exhale, slowly bring that upper arm down. Transition back through a wide angled forward fold. Bring your block or whatever with you to the opposite side. And just let gravity take the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders, elbows, and hands. Good. Soften the knees, roll the spine up. Pivot on that right heel and foot. Angle that back foot a little bit. Press that right thigh in. The spiral energy rolls out on the right and spirals in and down into the heel on the left. Slide your hand down the leg towards your leg, ankle, or the block, and then slowly lift from the inside of the heart. Bring that left arm up. Weave again the back of the heart. Weave with the wings, like your own internal wings that you spread from time to time as you explore new energies, new ways of being. We have the sitting where the wings are folded and you're quiet. And then we have those places where we fly, we soar, we open. One more breath. And slowly bring that hand back down, bend in through that front knee. Inhale. And just check your alignment. Watch the shoulder blades. Lift through the heart. One more breath. And then slowly, as you exhale, come up, bring up that right arm, reverse warrior. Inhale, carry that energy up. Bring it both hands forward. You're going to re-angle that back foot. Possibly place a block underneath that right hand. Bring the left hand to the crease of the left hip. Lengthen your spine. Inhaling, open. And as you exhale, slowly start rotating and opening towards the left. Pull the belly around, or towards the right. You're spiraling. And if you'd like, bring that arm all the way up. One more breath. Exhale. Bring your both hands down. Plant your hands, pivot on that back foot. Bring that right foot back and you're back into a down dog. Lengthen through the back body. Soften the knees, drop them down. Back into melting heart. Soften the upper body. Forehead comes down. You might like to bend through the elbows and bring the palms of your hands together over the top back of the heart. In breath, slowly lift the back of the heart up, widen the knees, and bring yourself back into a wide child. We talked about hugs at the beginning of class. Letting your inner thighs just hug your rib cage. Soften the back of the heart. The inside of the mouth, the pelvic floor. The heart, the belly. Just feel that connection again between the belly and the heart that we talked about at the beginning. One be informed and wizened by the other. Good. And then gently roll over and come on onto your back. Coming into constructive rest. Feet wide apart, letting your knees roll towards each other. Just your hands in a heart shape on your lower belly. Maybe press the shoulder blades down a little bit. Feel your lower back of the back of the pelvic girdle. And your waist may not touch the floor right now. That's okay. Might be just finding that natural curve and arch to the lower back. Soften insides of your thighs. Feel that lotus flower of the pelvic floor, your roots, petals holding the sacred cauldron of your belly, and then also petals rooting down, spiraling, extending down into the earth. And bring your hands and arms down by your sides, palms turned down, and bring your feet just down, extended out from the sit bones. You can even lift your toes and then press your toes down. You can feel the pads underneath your big toe and all the toes all the way to the baby toe. And then inside and outside of your heel. Lengthen the spine. You might begin to feel now the back of the waist. Going to lift the hips and the arms simultaneously, following the breath. On your inhale, lifting up arms and hands, hips, same time, all the way over your head with the hands. Top of the inhale, which is everything, open. Exhale, measure the breath as you slowly coordinate that with the movements of the arms and the spine. And again, in. Hold it open. And out. Lengthen the exhale, lengthen it, lengthen it, lengthen it all the way down. And in, all the way up, movement and breath. Hold it open, stay at the top of that inhale. And then exhale. Lengthen it out, lengthen, lengthen, let it go. Good. And then bend the knees, happy baby. Let's rock a little bit from side to side. If you can reach the bottoms of your feet, you can really hug the inside of the wrist over the top of the toes and flex deeply through the feet. Stretch the back of the ankles. And if you want to play a little bit, grab onto the backs of your knees, your ankles, your feet, and stretch open the legs and come into a nice wide angled forward fold, except that we're upside down. And you can hold on to whatever you can reach, the back of the knees, the calves, the ankles. Soften the shoulders, stretch out and open. Think about pressing the pubic bone towards the floor, activating, engaging the deep belly muscles. And bend all the way in, give yourself a hug. And then shake everything out. Grab a block or a bolster. And slowly lift, knees bent, feet down, lift your hips up and place a block or bolster underneath your hips. Again, soften the inside of your thighs, feet wide, just let the knees roll towards each other. It's an interesting place to try and find that softening, that really deep letting go of the inner thigh muscles. The deepest one of those is the psoas. And that comes up along the deep inside of your thigh from the front transverses all the way through the hips to the back and connects inside the spine at the back. So it goes from front to back. And is also what's called the fight or flight muscle. So it's deeply, deeply interwoven with our nervous system. It's the when you're in danger muscle that crouches you and gets you ready to move. It's also the muscle that might freeze. So there's fight, flight, or freeze. So it'll be involved in any one of those. And in our culture that is very addicted or to doing, to being active, to responding, to having a task, sitting more than we might, that muscle can get stuck on and can often have a really uncertain relationship or challenging relationship with learning how to soften and relax. I know for myself, it takes a real concerted attention, like a real focused attention to actually even begin to notice the softening. Especially when I find myself sitting at the computer more. It helps us sit upright. And so it's very necessary. And so is its letting go necessary, that softening. You might notice the inside of the mouth and the jaw. Good. And slowly walk your feet together. Some of you might like to stretch over the bolster or the block and just stretch the legs out for a moment. And in connection with that, you might like to press your arms over in a long open body stretch. If it doesn't feel good or appropriate, and just lift the hips and slowly come down onto your back body. Good, then everybody bend your knees, and then everybody making their way down and coming into Shavasana. If you want a rolled blanket or anything underneath your knees, you're welcome to get that. I invite you to let your legs be pretty wide apart, at least a foot and a half. Same with the arms. And then moving through the body. So first of all, just feel your back body. And its connection to gravity. Feel being supported. Then we're going to tighten and release parts of the body. So moving your awareness down into your legs. You're going to stretch out your heels. So keep your hands and your arms relaxed. So stretch out your heels. Tense up your buttocks, your knees, your thighs. Press your heels away, then press your toes away. Squeeze even more the lower belly, and then let it go. Rock your legs a little from side to side, and absolutely release, soften, and let them go. And then move your awareness, your mind's eye, to the torso. Side body, front body, the back body. Keeping your legs and arms relaxed. Squeeze the torso. It's an interesting place to isolate. Pull everything into the midline. Squeeze. You might notice your belly and buttocks a little bit. And let it go. Exhale. And then the arms. Both arms squeeze, make fists. Keep the rest of your body relaxed. Scrunch all the way arms up into your shoulders. Keep the face relaxed. And let it go. Just rock your head a little bit from side to side. Soften the tops of your shoulders. And then lastly, the face and the skull. Scrunch. Take a breath in and scrunch, keeping everything else relaxed. And soften, release, let it go. Gradually becoming aware of the deeper layer of the breath. See if you can lengthen the exhale just a little bit. Continuing to let the bones, the skin, the breath be spacious and soft. I often visualize the breath as this radiant light of consciousness, inherent, that the prana infused with light coming into every cell with every inhale. And then with every exhale, there's like a permission of letting go, of giving away, of releasing. Maybe even finding the pauses, the spaces between the breaths. Especially on that exhale, just staying in that connection to emptiness, to the void, the unknown where all things are possible. And then your body will just open to receive that next breath. Inhale. And exhale. Deepening your breath. Waking up your fingers and your toes. And as you listen, just feel how your body wants to stretch and move as you wake your body up. More and more giving yourself that deep permission to listen. That we get quiet enough to be deeply paying attention. And when you're ready, you can roll to your side. You just keep your eyes closed and slowly roll the spine up from the tailbone, through the heart, shoulders, lastly, the head. Find your sit bones, your roots. Feeling into that lotus flower. Of the pelvic floor, and remembering that the lotus flower grows out, is birthed from deep, deep muck. From the mud bursts and comes forth this incredible, multi-layered, multi-petaled beauty. I find that helpful in times of chaos and challenge. Bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Again, just checking in on that physical level, the energetic level, the emotion, spiritual level. Take a breath in. As you exhale, palms together. And then keeping the baby finger and the thumbs together, open the other three fingers wide. This is the lotus flower mudra. Rooted in the heart as well. And then let it close gently back up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to let the thumbs and the hands rise to the third eye, the elbows and forearms come together. Pressing deeply into the heart, hugging the heart, connecting belly heart, wisdom, eye. In breath. Back down, exhale, namaste.